Essential oils are everywhere right now. The global market hit $24.75 billion in 2024. But here's what most people don't know. Out of over 22,000 scientific papers published on essential oils, fewer than 677 are actual human clinical trials. So, what does the real research say? I spent weeks diving into peer-reviewed studies, clinical data, and biochemical research. Today, I'm breaking down the actual science. No hype, no marketing claims, just facts backed by evidence. First, let's talk about how essential oils actually work in your body. Essential oils contain volatile organic compounds. These are small molecules that evaporate quickly and can interact with your cells in multiple ways. Some compounds attach to receptors on the outside of cells, influencing changes within. Others pass directly through cellular membranes and bind to enzymes, proteins, and even DNA. Your body has over 1,000 different genes that encode for odor receptors. These connect directly to your limbic system, the part of your brain that controls emotions and memory. This is why certain scents can instantly trigger memories or change your mood. But here's where it gets interesting. A 2024 study from Roseman University discovered what they call the oil effect. They found that pure essential oils create biological effects that cannot be replicated by synthetic versions or by combining isolated compounds. When they tried to synthetically recreate essential oils using their individual components, nothing happened. The therapeutic effects only occurred with the whole, natural oil. This suggests that the hundreds of compounds in essential oils work together in ways we're only beginning to understand. So, what do clinical trials on humans actually show? A 2024 systematic review analyzed essential oil studies following PRISMA protocols, the gold standard for medical research. Here's what they found. For anxiety, a network meta-analysis of 44 randomized controlled trials involving 3,419 patients showed that lavender essential oil significantly reduced anxiety scores. The weighted mean difference showed moderate to large effect sizes, comparable to some pharmaceutical interventions. For pain, 7 systematic reviews reported on pain outcomes. For dysmenorrhea, painful periods, inhaled essential oil showed a standard mean difference of negative 1.02, meaning significant pain reduction. Massage with essential oil showed even better results. For inflammation, frankincense contains boswellic acids that inhibit leukotriene synthesis, COX-1 and COX-2 enzymes, and 5-lipoxygenase. Clinical trials showed efficacy against osteoarthritis, multiple sclerosis, asthma, psoriasis, and gingivitis. One study showed that participants taking 1 gram of frankincense extract daily for 8 weeks reported less joint swelling and pain, with better range of motion than placebo groups. For skin conditions, tea tree oil at 5% concentration was as effective as benzoyl peroxide 5% for acne treatment, but with fewer side effects. A double-blind trial showed 100% tea tree oil resulted in 89% mycological cure rate for fungal infections after 6 months. For respiratory health, eucalyptus oil, containing compounds like 1,8-cineol, showed effectiveness in reducing inflammation and opening airways. Peppermint oil was as effective as acetaminophen for tension headaches in controlled studies. But here's the critical issue that research keeps highlighting: quality matters more than anything. The FDA doesn't regulate essential oils as drugs, so there's no requirement for purity testing. Studies estimate that up to 75% of essential oils sold contain synthetic compounds, dilutions, or contaminants. Research from multiple institutions shows that only therapeutic-grade oils with verified GC/MS testing produce the clinical effects seen in studies. Grocery store oils tested in laboratories often show synthetic fragrance compounds instead of natural plant molecules, heavy dilution with carrier oils, contamination with pesticides or processing chemicals, wrong species of plant material. Pharmacokinetic studies, which track how substances move through your body, have been completed for therapeutic-grade turmeric, copaiba, and lavender oils. These studies measured bioavailability, peak concentration in blood, and half-life. But these studies used pure, tested oils. When researchers tested commercial oils without proper certification, many showed zero therapeutic activity despite being labeled as pure. What about safety? This is crucial. Clinical trials and experimental toxicology studies show that therapeutic-grade essential oils have mild adverse side effects when used properly. The key factors are dilution. Most oils should be diluted before topical use. Quality. Pure oils without synthetic additives. Method. Proper application methods matter. Topical, inhalation, or internal use requires different protocols. Dosage. Clinical studies use specific concentrations. Common issues reported in studies: skin irritation from undiluted application, allergic reactions in sensitive individuals, hormonal effects from specific oils in large quantities. However, when compared to pharmaceutical interventions, the side effect profile is significantly milder. One 2024 review noted, the major limitation of current clinical studies is small sample size. More large-scale trials are needed, but early evidence is promising. So here's the bottom line from 677 clinical trials. Essential oils have real, measurable biological effects backed by peer-reviewed research. They work through multiple mechanisms, from binding to cellular receptors to modulating inflammatory pathways. The science shows efficacy for anxiety, pain, inflammation, skin conditions, and respiratory health. But quality is everything. The oils used in clinical studies are pure, tested, and properly sourced. If you're interested in essential oils, look for published GC/MS testing reports, third-party verification, transparent sourcing practices, companies investing in clinical research. The research is clear. When you have pure essential oils, you're working with compounds that have thousands of years of traditional use now backed by modern science. Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more evidence-based essential oil education. See you in the next video.